Ever since I was a little kid, on MLB The Show release day, I would ask myself one question. Did they finally fix franchise mode? Now, I don't know the answer to that just yet, but I do know they made a lot of big promises this year, and apparently improved a lot of different features. So I'm gonna go in and put every single one of those features to the test. I also need a team to rebuild because my other yearly tradition is that every single time I start a franchise, I have to win a World Series with them. So obviously I can't let that tradition go. And who the heck? Oh my gosh, they fully changed this. It's no longer actually divided by division. It's now just fully in alphabetical order. All right, interesting change. I'm not going to say anything just yet. Now, who do we actually want? Ooh, the Cardinals. They cleaned house, and honestly, they'd be perfect. Let's get to work. And after spending some time actually diving into the Cardinals roster, it seems like they literally need a bit of everything. So they got lots of young talent like JJ Weatherholt and so many other good guys, but I can't bank on all of them being studs. So I think it's time to take control a little bit and get into our first big test.
Scouting in the MLB draft.
Now, scouting and drafting aren't only incredibly important, they've also been a big talking point for a very long time. So I found some reviews from past games that explain the issues pretty well. Dennis said, I put my team over budget hiring scouts. I got bored of scouting and set it to auto midway through. Scouts drafted all C and D potentials. Dang, bro. That's real unfortunate. They're still in AA. Feels like I aged in real life waiting for them to get good. 1 star. Dennis, yeah, my boy's down bad. Random Dad in Ohio, what a name, said, I don't scout anymore because it's so broken. I also let the CPU draft my team. Big mistake. I mean, that's just never gonna work, man. And they drafted all relievers for every one of my picks. What even is that? 1 star. I mean, I've had so many of those drafts where honestly, I feel them. I'm not gonna lie, I feel them. Now they are rare, don't get me wrong, but when it does happen, I mean, you want to fire everyone. Actually, I do fire every one of my scouts whenever it happens. And now Todd coming in said, I spent 3 hours scouting. I don't know why I'm doing voices for these dudes, but I feel like this is what they'd sound like. My first draft pick ended up being an A potential. Okay, W Todd, let's go. And a 76 overall. So I naturally put him as my starting left fielder immediately, but he only got 2 hits in 200 at bats. Dude, what type of who did you draft? What type of bad luck is that, Todd? What the heck? I closed the game. I don't even know if the accent is continuing, but still. If you draft a guy named David Elwood, run. Okay, well, I have all the things I need to look out for now in the scouting. Why am I kind of nervous? If I actually find an outfielder named David Elwood, I am running out of this room, I swear. After spending the next 20 to 30 minutes going through all the details, scouting all the players, 1, didn't find David Elwood. That's a big W. And 2, I think I got a pretty good feel of how the scouting was gonna go. One tiny change, if it really even is that big of a change, is I like that the green from 95 to 99 is just lit up better. I like that it glows. I don't know why, I just like that. But overall, I'm not the biggest fan of scouting. I'm not gonna lie. So for that, I'm gonna give it a 3 star. I think it's about middle of the road, and there are some things they could change. I would rather have it to where you can do it a little bit more often than just once a week. I mean, I think that whole entire thing's just kind of a big miss, but it is what it is. For now, it's what we got, and it's okay. Now, for the draft, though, that's a completely different story. Let's go ahead and get there now. And here we go. First look. Again, everything's the exact same for this screen, but more of the promised changes were just better overall drafting from the CPUs. Meaning right here in the top 6, where it's supposed to be the best of the best players, or at least what the game thinks is the best of the best players, they're not going to be taking some random relief pitcher, which was happening a lot. And I mean, Random Dad in Ohio, it happened to him. He knows the pain. First one up, Wiley Garcia coming off the board. Pretty much going to be generational. I didn't get to fully scout him, but it is what it is. Move on. Next, the Rays, my boys, get Walter, a nice pitcher. Starting pitcher, by the way, not a reliever. The Twins go out and get another starter as well. Let's see what we're actually able to do. Okay, no relievers so far. I do like that. And I decided that I wanted to draft the first player of the New Age Cardinals, and we ended up taking Donald Takahashi. We could have taken a lot more deeper shots in the dark, to be fair, but I think Takahashi's gonna be pretty good. We're in the comp picks now, but I do want to see, is there any reliever that got taken? Anybody? Doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like, all right, that's actually, oh no. Oh, I spoke too soon, dude. I didn't even look at the Diamondbacks. Bruce, closing pitcher. I mean, that's not, it's pick 35 though. That is kind of wild. The CPUs finished the draft for us. Let's see how that does. But before we check all that stuff in August, we still have a team to rebuild. Cardinals coming into the All-Star break 39-57. Not exactly ideal. And right now we're projected at 67 wins this year. We have to fix that. Now we do have a lot of young talent, and I don't know if I necessarily believe in all of them. So we could potentially try to make some deals and trade some away. And not to mention the biggest promise and what's supposed to be the biggest improvement this year, is trading. I gotta see it to believe it, but we're here now. The trade hub, let's get into it. And I got some reviews for this one, trust me. Bag Chaser, fantastic name, said 2 relievers and a 63 overall C potential. That was their offer for my ace Walker Buehler. Oh my God. Yo, this really is old. MLB 21. Oh my gosh, man. That hit me like a brick. Ace Walker Buehler. That is crazy. I said no. They sent almost the same offer 2 days later. I said no again. Just a bad game. I wonder who those 2 relievers are and who that 63 overall C potential is, because he might actually want them now. Bryce said, I put my trades on auto by accident for 1 day. It traded my best prospect for a 35-year-old 77 overall Clayton Kershaw for absolutely no reason, I might add. Through my controller. Can't take this anymore. That's not good. Let's go check out this new trade hub. We got no pending offers, but to be honest, we haven't set the trade block, haven't set the trade targets, so we actually have to get to work. The rumors though, this thing was sick. I love the addition of the rumors just because they can be fake too, which is crazy. If MLB The Show can do more of this type of stuff, that's fun. It doesn't hurt anybody. I like it. And also improving the trades, that would help a bit too, but we'll see. After setting our trade block and the untouchables, we're finally ready to go see these trade targets. Now this is fully new. Going in and seeing everybody's untouchables, this could get bad. But I'm staying optimistic. Let's see what we got around the league a little bit. Jaron Duran already untouchable. Yeah, that, okay. All right. Dude, already, come on. Now, the main things I'm looking for in the Cardinals team, obviously, we need some more pitching. We need some corner infield help just because first base and third base, not looking great. Second base is okay. Honestly, Nolan Gorman's doing good in the game right now, so I'm just going to keep him there. And then obviously the bullpen, the outfield, there's a lot. Oh my gosh, there's a lot. Let's at least get started on why does this feel so bad? There's no indicator on what you're actually on. I hate that. I'm gonna hope that that's a bug, but they don't have like a little white box to show you what you're under. That's not really smart. But since we can only pick 3, starting pitcher, first base, and right fielder. Again, we probably should go for third base, but it is what it is. I got a specific guy in mind for first base. And after going through pretty much every team, we got our trade targets down. And I like our trade targets. I wish we could add more than 4 players, obviously, but it is what it is. I like it though. Jonathan Aranda, fantastic first baseman. The guy's only 78 overall, crazy. Brenton Doyle out there for center field would honestly be perfect. I think he fits the Cardinals tremendously. The same thing for Mickey Moniak as well. He's doing electric out there for Colorado. I think he would fit in this team very, very good as well. And last up for this team, we can't not go out and try to get a starting pitcher. So Tanner Bybee, I think he'd be the dude. Coming from the Guardians, he already signed a good extension for decent money. He's young enough where I still believe in him because regression is a whole other thing that we're gonna have to talk about later. And overall, I think he'd be a good pitcher that fits the team well. Let's see how we do. Also, I completely forgot about this before we even get into the trade. The market sentiment, which basically is going to tell you if you should be buying or if you should be selling. Right now, it says we're in a buyer's market because so many teams are trying to sell. It says right now, first base bidding wars could lead to higher prices. So Aranda's probably going to cost way too much. And then center field abundance could lead to trade bargains for buyers. That makes me want to go out and get somebody better than Brenton Doyle, to be honest. So I might have to rethink that. But either way, Mickey Moniak, let's see if we can counter real quick. They did get rid of the interest bar, which is going to make trading harder, just full on. So that's not ideal, but let's see what we got. Let's see if we can sneak in and just steal one more guy. Honestly, I like Seth Halverson. I'm going to try to go for him too. All right, let's see. Offer the trade, please. They're going to get back to us in a few days. I forgot about that too. Oh, come on. The Tigers and Brewers seem to be considering a deal involving Tarek Skubal and Brandon Sprout. We can't have Tarek in the NL Central. Just not even a chance. If we can try to do something here and sabotage that, I'm down. Oh my gosh. The Tigers actually got Tarek on the trade block. That's actually crazy because in real life, they're actually talking about trading him as well. So I think we have him to the trade target list just to test it. And while we were waiting on the Rockies deal, I decided to go crazy a little bit and see if we could actually pull something off. We finally have 4-player trades now, which was a gigantic point this year. But we're actually going a little nuts. Lars Nootbaar, Ryan Stanek, Brian Torres, and Cooper for Edwin Uceda and Jonathan Aranda from the Rays. I doubt that this works, but this is going to be our first big test of the CPU. Again, the whole point is that the AI apparently got a lot smarter when it comes to trading. I don't know. That's going to be the big test right there. It's been about 2 days. Let's go and check. And wow, we actually have a lot more movement. Okay. First trade from the Rays. Still haven't heard back. We got, a new deal coming in. Actually, no, it's our deal. What did they, why are they sending this back? I thought I put did I not put Alec Burleson? I forget already. That's not good. Alec Burleson, I could potentially get rid of, but I definitely didn't. I definitely didn't put Alec Burleson. I wouldn't do that because this dude's an underrated stud in this game. Let's just see. Right now he's playing first base. Nolan Gorman's playing third. We could potentially go get a third baseman and just move Nolan Gorman down to DH, and that'd be fine. But man, that's tough because Alec Burleson, I know he's so good in this game. I just know it. Dude, what are we going to do? Because Mickey Moniak would help quite a bit over Jordan Walker, who is just Bro, what happened, man? A 217 average, a 641 on base plus slugging. Not good. Just not good. I'm down to put him back in the minors and see if he can just get going a little bit again, but he's just breaking my heart out here. But the last deal, yo, that's not helpful. Alec Burleson and Lars Nootbaar for a 64 overall and a 68 overall. MLB The Show, what are we doing, man? I want to believe that the trading's different. I really do. But that, what the heck is that? Oh my gosh, wait. We looked at your offer and considered some other, but decided to hold off at this time. Come on, Rays, don't do this to me. I need to go out and get Jonathan Aranda if we can get it. Starting pitcher abundance could lead to bargains for buyers. Hold on a minute. Come on, we're back in here. I'm going for Bibee. If we can try to get him on the cheap, I'm going for him. Come on, Bibee. Get over to this freaking team, please. The team's looking for prospects, center field, right field, shortstop. I mean, Jordan Walker, would you like to try to rebuild your career in Cleveland? I think it's good. I think it's time. We're going to try to get Bibee. Jordan Walker, you're going to have to carry this deal. And I did say I really wanted to test this game. Tarek, let's see what we can do. Let's try to cook something up. We got Matt Swanson, very good bullpen guy. We got Matthew Liberatore, one of the young dudes that's probably going to carry this team. Then honestly, Lars Nootbaar and maybe Nathan Church. Let's see if this is going to be good enough. It shouldn't. Just so you guys know, this should be laughed at. But we got to test it out. Let's see what happens in a few days. And that didn't take long. Literally a day. And the Tigers came back with, while we like Matt Swanson, we find the overall value of your offer unacceptable. Thank goodness. That's all I needed to hear. I'm actually happy to get turned down for that. And while I was going out to find a replacement for Tarek on the trade block, I found this. Dude, there's no way. Dog, Mike Trout. This is so cursed. He's having such a good year. I don't care. I'm doing it. If we can rescue Mike Trout, granted, he's going to a very young Cardinals team that's looking even worse than the Angels potentially, but hey, I gotta try it. It's Mike freaking Trout. We have to go save him. Again, they do want young guys. I'll try my best to give them something, but I don't really have much to work with. Angels, do you guys like Richard Fitz? I really hope so. Please let this be enough. It shouldn't, but come on. We're still testing out here. This is gonna take a while, by the way. Let's give it a couple days. Let's see. And oh no, no, there's not a Angels. You guys are crazy, dude. But Alec Burleson, Lars Nootbaar, and Blaze Jordan. Again, two guys that are relatively younger, but when you can get Mike Trout, this is going to be the true test of the regression system, by the way. We have to do it. I have to take this. It's Mike Trout. I know he's older. I don't care. Mike Trout, welcome to the Cardinals. Now, after going back and forth with the Guardians quite a bit, we did get an interesting offer. It's not the best. Now, while we are giving up quite a lot, I still like the fact that we're getting a solidified piece for the rotation, so we went ahead and accepted that deal as well. To be honest, if Bibee didn't have a 5-year contract, and if I didn't believe in him so much, I would not have accepted this, but hopefully it works out. I honestly think it will. And in the final move before the trade deadline, we finally were able to go out and get Jonathan Aranda. And if I got to rate the trading on a 5-star scale, since all of those were 1-star reviews, I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be right in the middle. I'm gonna give it a 3. Could be a lot better, obviously, but still not terrible. I think it's got some good legs, and we'll see what happens later. And thank goodness that Unbridled Pencils is the new Bob Nightingale, because Tarek Skubal didn't move at all. He's staying on the Tigers. And before we went ahead and checked out some of our draft picks, I decided to give Mason Wynn an extension, 6 years, $85 million, buying out just a couple years of free agency, but overall, I think it's a good deal. And now, at least for the next 6 years, we have our franchise shortstop. And now back to the draft. Again, we never got to give that a review because, well, we didn't see our draft picks. So let's see what the CPU did. 3, 2, 1. Not bad. Honestly, not terrible. I do see that we got a reliever, but that's only 1. It could have been so much worse. 3 of these guys could have been relievers, or 4 of them. We got 1A potential, which I really wish we could have done a little bit better than that. Donald Takahashi letting me down with only 80 potential, but I think he's going to be good. He's legit our replacement for Lars Nootbaar, so it is what it is. And after looking around the league a little bit, it looks like we didn't have anybody that was generational, which honestly, I don't mind. I think last year in MLB 25, there was way too many generational prospects. I mean, we were getting basically Aaron Judges after every single draft. That's just not real, honestly. There's some times where these guys are just gonna stink. So for that, honestly, I'll give it 3.5 stars. I think scouting and drafting is honestly a very decent spot after all the upgrades they did last year, so I can't really give it too harsh of a review. And after checking out all the draft picks, we went ahead and finished out the year. The first big rebuilding year for the Cardinals, finishing off 72 and 90. Not great, but way over expectations. Remember, we were projected only 67 wins this year. Getting up to 72 and beating out the Reds, not bad. We'll take it. For some of the stats, we had Mike Trout. He actually went up in overall, which is wild to me. That never happens. For a 34-year-old in MLB The Show, you don't gain attributes. So for him to do that, I'll take that. That might be good for the regression that's going to be coming up here soon. We have crazy reviews for the regression. It's going to be wild, so stay tuned for that. Jonathan Aranda did pretty good. Mickey Moniak had a monster year for only 78 overall. Yon Makata, 69 overall, had the exact same thing. Mason Wynn, not bad coming off the extension. Nolan Gorman, 23 home runs. And then Ivan Herrera, not bad, not great, but still not bad. And also look who's finally up here with the MLB team. We got JJ Weatherholt. Didn't play that much, but in those 19 at-bats, hit a 316. I like it. In the rotation, we had our newbie Tanner Bybee looking great. We had Matthew Libator absolutely dealing. Kyle Leahy, by the way, finished off with a 3 ERA. Not bad. Liam Doyle made his debut this year at a 28 innings, had 33 Ks and a 2.5. Okay, Liam. The future's here, baby. I'm so excited for him. And then Takoa Roby, I hope I'm saying the name right, but 6 ERA. I really don't care if I'm saying his name right. Despite being 72 and 90, everything that we have is trending upwards. It's a good time to be a Cardinals fan. Let's see what happens in this free agency. But before we fully get into signing free agents, you know how the Mets, the Yankees, the Dodgers just start spending money in the offseason like money isn't real? It feels like they pull up with an unlimited budget and just sign whoever they want, whenever they want. They operate like they're not worried because they already know that the money's going to be coming in. And Clover gives that same confidence in real life. For example, your paycheck's coming, but you really need to pay for something right now. Kind of like how the Dodgers didn't have $700 million lying around, but they needed to get Shohei Ohtani. Clover lets you grab up to $400 from that paycheck early before it even lands. And since it's your money, there's no weird strings attached, no credit checks, no interest, and all that other weird stuff. On top of all that, it's also a completely free app, which is gigantic for me because I don't know about you guys, but I despise monthly subscriptions. I honestly just have way too many and it gets super annoying. So luckily, Clover's free to download. So if that's something that could help you guys, be sure to click the link in my description or just scan this QR code right up here and go ahead and get Clover today. Thank you, Clover. Now let's go ahead and get back to the offseason because I have some crazy reviews to show you. But first, before we checked out the free agency, we had the Mariners beat the Cubs in the 2026 World Series. The first World Series win for the Mariners. Let's get a W Mariners in the comments. First thing about the offseason, I can tell they didn't do anything with coaching because we got Dave Roberts on the first day. Bro got fired from the Dodgers after winning 2 World Series in 3 years. Happy to have you in St. Louis though, Dave. We'll take you in here. But yeah, safe to say, they didn't do anything. Again, I wasn't expecting it, but you know. Oh man, here we go. Today is the day to offer contracts to free agents. And it's time to test that free agent logic. But first, of course, we got some reviews. 3 catchers though said, the Pirates signed 3 catchers. 3. Okay, did he name himself this just for the review? What? Okay, either way. One is 38. They have no first baseman. I've been staring at this roster for 20 minutes trying to understand what happened. And 3 catchers though, to be honest, I'd be doing the same thing. Also, with the fact that the Pirates signed 3 free agents, that stunned me more. And our boy 3 catchers though was pretty nice. He gave it a 2-star, not a 1. The next review coming from Sobbing Marlins, period. What a way to start. Signed $400 million worth of contracts in one offseason. Spent $240 million on warming Bernabeu. Just gonna go ahead and pick up the controller and pretend like nothing happened. Spent $240 million on warming Bernabeu. 1 star. First up, our boy Warmin Bernabeu doesn't get any hate around here, but that actually is insane. Also, the Marlins spent $400 million. I get why I gave it a 1 star. A review coming in from Normal Person James. I needed 1 center fielder. 1. Why is everybody doing that? The 3 catchers though, did the Pirates sign 3 catchers? 3. Sobbing said Marlins, period. And then what's going on? I don't understand that, but that's really weird, to be honest. The Royals signed 2. Both better than anyone I could get. They already traded for Jackson Merrill. Why did they need 2 more stars, man? With a sad face. I'm sorry, dog. I guess James wasn't too mad, though, because out of everybody, he's left the best review so far. He gave that a 3-star. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be, like, optimistic and happy. I've been giving 3 stars. So I respect it, but there's definitely a lot of problems in those reviews. Now, let's go see what this year's got to offer. I thought that was going to sound a lot cooler, but let's just get in the free agents. So the rebuild, we got 3 guys that we're going to try to just gauge their interest. I mean, Dennis Santana, not starting off good, brother, but we're going to try. Ian Happ, though, starting off hot. 49%, trying to steal him away from the Cubs, but I don't know if that's really going to work. Plus, he's going to want $24 million a year. I really like Ian Happ, but 32 years old, I'm scared of that regression still. We also need some bullpen help, so we're going to try to go for Adrian Morejon. And other than that, Dennis Santana, not looking great, to be honest. Oh, man. Oh, man. Honestly, the logic, it makes sense. It really does. 9-year contract, $410 million. Tarek Skubal going to none other than the New York Mets. I mean, it's better than the Dodgers, I guess, but the Mets get Tarek. That, oh, man. Why does the NL have to get better? We're trying to win a World Series here, man. Come on. And we got a blockbuster. Roki Sasaki going to the Astros for Isaac Paredes to the Dodgers. They needed a third baseman. They went out and got one of the better ones in the entire MLB. The Cubs go out and get Brandon Woodruff. He came back like crazy though from injury. 1 year, $40 million. Again, it's not crazy. It really isn't. That logic still hasn't been nuts yet. And oh no, the Cubs are actually getting so much better. They go out and trade Matt Shaw to the Astros. They needed a third baseman, so it makes sense. That, by the way, it makes sense for the CPU. Okay, I like that a little bit. It's getting hopefully better. Josh Hader, though, going to the Cubs, and Jose Altuve getting in the deal. Look how tiny my boy is in the camera, too. Josh Hader filling up the entire thing, and Jose Altuve. Not a terrible deal, but we got a contract. Come on. Come on, Ian. Just sign, brother. Just sign. Don't go back to the Cubs. They're already getting too good. I don't like it. They're in the division. Thank you, Ian Happ. This is cursed, but we did it. The Yankees go and get Nico Horner. They need a second baseman because Jazz Chisholm right now is a free agent. I don't mind it. That makes sense. Jesus Luzardo going to the Dodgers. Again, makes sense. They got infinite money. They're always going to sign one big guy. And speaking of Jazz being a free agent, the Royals spend a little bit of money. This one I could see being off, but again, I don't know. The Royals could actually surprise anybody. And Adrian, no, dude, we lost out on Adrian to the Red Sox. Trevor Rogers goes back to the Marlins. Marlins paying $35.2 million a year, though. Okay, that's tough. That's not going to be helpful. And that's it for the free agency. Now in the offseason, though, I still got to recap because we did very, very good in the offseason. You guys already saw that we got Ian Happ, but we also went out and traded for Ceddanne Rafaela. We got him for Tink, Yoel, Brian Torres, and Riley O'Brien. Obviously, these players really aren't like real life. Tink wasn't really helping us too much. Yoel was very slow in his progress. Brian Torres was a career minor leaguer. And Riley O'Brien was really, really good, but was getting older in age, and I still don't trust the regression, so we had to get rid of him. And Ceddanne, 85 overall. I really like what we got. Hit the most home runs that he's ever hit last year at 24, and overall was a very, very solid get. 26 years old as well. Can play second base and shortstop. It's a slam dunk. It kind of feels like we stole him, to be honest, but hey, they accepted it. No takesies, backsies. After that, in the free agency, we signed a deal with AJ Puck. Very, very good reliever. And then for us, in the final deal of the offseason, we went out and got Edwin Uceda. Back to the review of the free agency logic. Again, we're ranking these out of 5 stars. I want to be nice. I'm optimistic for the year. We already went into that. I think the free agency logic was a lot better than in years past. You guys got to remember, there were teams like the Cubs going out and signing William Contreras, Adley Rutschman, all sorts of random dudes for no reason after going like 78 and 84. The new free agency logic that they've kind of improved is still not perfect, obviously, but it's come a long way. So for that, I am going to be nice. I'm giving it a 4-star. Really, the only off-the-wall signing was Trevor Rogers back to the Marlins for so much money. That one makes 0 sense, which is exactly why I took a star off. So it is what it is. 4 stars, though, for the free agency logic. That's very, very good. So overall, not bad. Coming into year 2 with the Cardinals, we're 21st in rank, which is a lot better than 28th, so we'll take it. Our projected wins are 76 this year, which I think we're going to overperform. I think we might be okay for a potential wild card spot. I mean, we need some overperformance again from Mickey Moniak, Nolan Gorman, but I think we're going to get it. We got Rafaela coming in now over at second base instead of Thomas. We got our boy Donald Takahashi up here in the MLB now, and then we also got Ivan, who really has to be amazing, but it is what it is. And we also got Ian Happ and Mike Trout at the top of the lineup with Jonathan Aranda. We got a sneaky good team. Again, the big thing that we're going to be checking this year, besides actually continuing to rebuild this team, is the overall progression. I really want to see how a lot of our prospects come along, but also there's the other side of that, which is regression. And that's been the biggest thing that we've been talking about for a long time. There's some crazy reviews for it. And this year, I think we're going to be able to check it out. We got Boomer Mike Trout over here at 35. We got guys like Ian Happ at 32. We also got guys like AJ Puck. Again, he's only 31. You'd think he'd be fine in the prime of his career. Not in a lot of Only the Show games. He'd be dead by this point, but we're gonna have to see. Overall, though, I think they're gonna be all right. They said they tweaked it. Again, they said that they fixed it a little bit. Let's see if that's true. And while we were moving through the season closer to the All-Star break, this happened. Oh my gosh. Cade Smith for Nolan Gorman, who's actually doing great. But again, we got JJ Weatherholt. I don't know. And Nathan Church, who I'm more than happy to get rid of. Cade frickin' Smith is so good. One of the best relievers in the game. Hey, it's also a buyer's market. I think we have to do it. Yo. Nolan Gorman, I'm sorry. Let's see how JJ's doing. JJ, how we looking? 250, but really, he's been playing like every third day. I don't know. I'm already making excuses for him. I want Cade Smith so bad. I'm sorry. I think Cade helps us win more games. Oh, man. I'm sorry, dude. Oh, gosh. Cade Smith, we got a lockdown closer. Welcome to the Cardinals. Second year in the new trades, and that is unfortunate. Framber Valdez with a 6.2 ERA gets 2 top 100 prospects from the Marlins. Yeah, the trade review might need to go down 1 star. I'm not gonna lie. That is really bad. We have to see a little bit more. Ooh, I do like this. Okay, trade rumor. Kyle Bradish, one of the guys that we're looking for, is being mentioned as part of a possible trade package to the Dodgers. We can't let that happen. We have to see what... Joe Ryan for, okay, this makes a little more sense. I like this. All right. One of the best pitchers in baseball right now, 95 overall, getting 2 top 100s. Tamar Johnson. Not bad. Coming up close to the trade line right now, the Cardinals overperforming. That's what I'm talking about. 57 and 53. And after calling a couple teams and sending some offers, the Dodgers came back and accepted our deal, giving us 2 very good bullpen pieces for a bullpen that's kind of struggling. It's not. I didn't think this would get accepted. I didn't think this one would get accepted. Guys, we got Logan Webb. There was no way that I thought this was going to get accepted, but we sent 2 very good prospects. Urangelo was struggling heavy out here in St. Louis. 5.92 and 3-11. I know that wins and losses don't really matter, but still. Not good. He could potentially figure it out, but also Orlando Sandoval, one of the prospects that we actually got from the draft. I think he would have been good, but when you can go get Logan Webb, you go get Logan Webb. And somehow the Giants were struggling enough, and Buster Posey, for some reason, decided it'd be better to go without him. Thank you, because Logan Webb is now officially the ace of the Cardinals. We've been looking for an ace so bad. I'm not trying to talk smack on Tanner Bybee because he's been good, but we needed Logan Webb so incredibly bad. And I'm really liking the moves that we made. Now let's go ahead and check it. We're 8th in rank, baby. From 28th to 8th in under 2 seasons. That's what I'm talking about. And now pretty much after winning the trade deadline, I think we're ready to go to the end of the year. Boys, 93 and 69 for the Cardinals, baby. We're back. The Cardinals historically should not be bad. It's good that we're back. And oh my gosh, we actually made the postseason, man. How'd the team do? Oh my God. Yo, the Cubs gotta be mad. Ian Happ, baby. 41 home runs, 102 RBIs, and a 300 average. Also, again, talking about the regression, the progression, he went up by 2 overall points. Within the game, that's still very, very good. And the fact that he went up post 33 years old, solid. Jonathan Aranda, still amazing. That's why I wanted to get him. He's such an underrated stud. Rafaela now taking over second base, still pretty good. Takahashi in his first year, I like that. 12 home runs, 280. Everybody else, Mason Wynn did good. Yvonne, solid. JJ. Didn't have a full year. Okay, didn't have a full year. I still trust my boy. And shout out to all our boys that actually got some awards this year. We got Cedar Rafaela and Mason Wynn for the Gold Gloves. And then, of course, come on, Ian Happ for the Silver Slugger. We got 3 major awards for the boys, but still, we're far away from the biggest one. And that is that World Series championship. We got to get it. And the first team in our way is the Padres. Tanner Bybee versus Joe Musgrove. Lost that one by 4. We should not have lost that game. Bybee, come on. Matthew Liberatore versus Nick Pivetta. We need a comeback. Oh. Actually insta-swept, and Matt Waldron won the freaking game. The Dodgers, without Dave Roberts, by the way, go back out and beat the Mariners. I really wanted to get past the wild card, but we're just a couple more moves away. Year 2 coming in for free agency. What are the big needs we got? I mean, I wouldn't mind looking for center field just in case Mike Trout falls off a cliff. So we might have to do that, even though he's the 8th best in baseball right now. Other than that, I mean, I like Yvonne. I like our bullpen. I wouldn't mind going on getting one more really good starter. Because if you guys notice, in the wild card, Logan Webb pitched the last game. We weren't able to use Logan Webb. That's a big mistake. We need to have a 1-2 punch that's a little bit better than Bybee. Bybee's a great number 3, not a number 2. So we got to go out and get that. And if we get this, we'll be spending some money out here. Joe Ryan, Shane McClanahan, and Drew Rasmussen. Again, all former Rays. Don't worry about it. I'm not biased. All right. I'm not biased. I swear. All right. Maybe a little bit. Interest. What are we looking like? Due to budgetary constraints, Joe Ryan's already been removed. Joe. Okay, yeah, never mind. We definitely wouldn't have been able to afford him, but Shane McClanahan, 14%, and Drew, 10%. We're going to keep him because, you know, we're going to play the long game, but that is really unfortunate. We're going to have to go deep down here. I don't exactly love it. We're not going to be able to find a number 2 down here. Actually, you know what? Nick Lodolo takes from the Reds. Let's try it. I doubt we're going to be able to keep him, though. And yo, Nick Lodolo. Why does he want to sign with the Rivals so bad? I've been noticing that the Rivals actually really want to sign. Ian Happ, Nick Lodolo, that might be something to look into, to be honest. But Nick Lodolo, I'm definitely down. You're super expensive. So would you mind just, honestly, would you mind just taking 30, please? That's a lot of money. We need you bad as Riley Green for Marcelo Mayer. The Tigers got fleeced, not gonna lie, so that hurts the trade logic a little bit, but again, teams get fleeced. Nick Lodolo, please sign. Please just sign your name on the dotted line. Yes. Oh, that feels so good. Lodolo, you beast. Early bird gets the worm. This member of the Cardinals is ready to hit the field and get the chip. I like it. Coming into year 3, we're projected to win 85 games. The wild card projection's 85, and the division's only 89. We can easily take the division this year. We're also coming in 12th in rank, which I think we're still getting disrespected. 16th in contact, 20th in power. We're really getting disrespected. But our pitching's 4th now because of the 1-2 punch of Logan Webb and Nick Lodolo. Plus, because we're going to be testing regression a lot this year, I kind of went out and did something. We got Jacob deGrom. We got 39-year-old Jacob deGrom. That means the guys to track this year is going to be Mike Trout at 87 overall, Ian Happ right behind him at 86 and 33 years old, AJ Puck 32 years old and 83 overall, and of course Jacob deGrom, elderly, 39 years old and 79 overall. While we're getting to the All-Star break, I gotta show you guys the regression reviews. First one up from Carlito McCheese, 28 years old, led the league in strikeouts, just regressed to an 83. No injury, no explanation. He just got bad, I guess. I mean, that's terrible, but it gets worse. We got Seth. This game aged my entire roster like milk. Nobody is safe. Run for the hills. Run for the hills. That's diabolical. I drafted a 19-year-old and he even regressed. Trash game. David said, my guy went from a 91 to an 84 between May and the trade deadline. Can anyone tell me what happened to him? Where did he go? Please just come back. He sounds like he lost the dog, David. I'm sorry, dude, but in previous games, coach had no mercy. And then your local weatherman said, Mike Trout is 34 in my franchise. He's got Mike as well. Mike's 36 now for us, but hey. And he just hit 58 home runs. All right, Mike Trout didn't do that for us. He actually, didn't he get close? I thought he got close. Nope, never mind. He had 30 home runs and 39. Not really close to 58, but still very, very good for Mike Trout. He's never had a bad game in his life, apparently. There's a lot of sarcasm in that. Meanwhile, my 27-year-old ace forgot how to pitch overnight and lost 6 overall points. I mean, 6 is a lot, but Mike Trout is Mike Trout. Like, this dude has been a star for 10 plus years. I don't know why regression in this game is so bad, but it makes me sad and never want to play again. 1 star. And those are just 4 reviews. There are countless other reviews talking about how bad the regression has been and how many times they've ruined franchises. I mean, if you guys have just played this game, you know how bad the regression is, and you know those guys aren't lying. Let's see if it's fixed for only 26. At the deadline now, we're 62 and 50 right now at the top of the NL Central, and the trades were coming in left and right. And honestly, we got offered 2 gigantic deals that we had to accept. First one being Addison Barger from the Blue Jays for a bunch of guys that we really weren't going to be able to use. Edwin Uceda does suck to see go, but Addison Barger's such a stud, we had to get him. And then literally 3 days after that, the White Sox, for some reason, had him on the team, but Johan Duran, we got him for Victor Caratini in Taipei. Had to do it. Like, that is ridiculous. It was a big buyer's market, though. But now we're coming in 4th in rank, 6th in contact, 9th in power, and 3rd in pitching. Post All-Star break, we were also really lucky to sign Logan Webb to a massive extension, 7 years, $247 million, as well as signing another extension with our brand new reliever, Johan Duran. 2 fantastic players are going to be staying on the Cardinals for a long, long time. I'm super happy about that. But now, I think I've stalled long enough. We got to go check this regression. Let's see, end of the year. Yes. 95 and 67, baby. Winning the NL Central, taking on the winner of the wild card game. We don't have to worry about the wild card anymore. This is going to be the first look at the regression. We're looking for Mike Trout and we're looking for Ian Happ. Again, Mike Trout was about an 86 overall, 87 overall, and Ian Happ was right behind him, I think at 86. So Mike Trout had to be 87. Either way, lineups. What do we got? Mike Trout, 82 overall. Ian Happ, though, 87. Went up. Mixed signals, game. Mixed signals. Mike Trout, still an amazing year. 300 average, 90 RBIs, 30 home runs. Why did he go down 4 or 5 overall points? I mean, did the defense fall off a cliff? He got injured. All right, that might make a little bit more sense. Also, JJ Weatherholt. Oh my God, 87 overall now. I told you guys, we're also talking about progression as well. Jonathan Arana's up to an 88. That's still solid progression for him too over the 3 years. But the big boys coming. Jacob deGrom, he was 39 when we signed him. He was 79 overall. Now, I don't even see him. Oh my gosh, he's going to be in AAA, isn't he? Or he's injured. He's in AAA. 72 overall. If he didn't do good, that's all I need to know. He can retire. If he had like a 6 ERA, he lost it. But I got a really bad feeling that he did great. 80 innings pitched, a 3.26 ERA. Jacob deGrom does good, loses 7 overall points. Mike Trout still does electric for 36 years old. Loses 5 overall points. But we still have Ian Happ that goes up in overall. We still got Ivan Herrera, by the way. hitting leadoff, 88 overall. I mean, there's so many big wins. Mason Wynn, 92 overall. So many big wins from the progression and even the regression side. But still, someone like Mike Trout doing this good should not lose that many overall points. Someone like Jacob deGrom doing that good should not lose that many overall points. I'm giving that a 2. Honestly, I'm done being nice. It's been way too long. Back to the rebuild. Still a fantastic year. 95 and 67. Come on. And to make it even better, in the NLDS, we're facing the Cincinnati Reds. And I knew the Reds still weren't going to be an easy opponent just because they know us so well. And unfortunately, I was right because we were facing elimination down 1-2 to the Reds up until Logan Webb. Logan Webb, please. Struck out 15. You stud. You absolute freaking beast. 18 innings pitched, 2-0. 20 strikeouts. He's MVP for me right now. We live another day, and now it is game 5. And game 5 was a crazy pitcher's duel up to the bottom of the 7th where we had the bases loaded. But we can't go down like this. Come on, hit by a pitch, pass ball, something, or just get a hit. I'm fine with that too. Yes, yes, yes. No, go. Get it, get it, get it. Yes. Even though he's out, that's a nice sacrifice, and we tie up the game. Oh, I forgot they added this. Oh, hype me up, baby. Cade, it's closing time. Not really. It's time to get a hold, but still. They added the closer walkout animations. That's so electric. And after Cade Smith did get the massive hold, Zach Maxwell walked the first batter of the bottom of the 9th. And now it's on to Rafaela. Rafaela, you can be the hero, dude. Just takes a swing as, oh my gosh. Way too close, Mason. Mason Wynn, though, still second. That is gigantic in the bottom of the 9th. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mason Wynn speed. We got it. We got it. Unless he absolutely dots it. We got it, baby. NLCS, the Cardinals are coming back. That's so huge. And now facing the Chicago Cubs. And after such a crazy back and forth against the Cubs, we took the belt off in game 5. Logan Webb pitched an absolute masterclass, but 14-0 for the boys. We needed that so bad. Coming back home, we were 1 win away from the World Series. And moving through the game, it was going really good up until William Contreras hit a 2-run bomb, giving them the lead. But luckily, we don't quit because in the bottom half of that inning, Mason Wynn comes up gigantic with a 2-run bomb. I still like Lodolo here. Never mind. All right, that was quick. And luckily, AJ Puck was able to get out of the jam. And now here we are, top of the 9th. Jeez, Alex, don't you dare do that. Bregman, don't hit a bomb, please. Don't tie up this game. But AJ Puck, 2 outs away, potentially 1. Mason, beautiful. 1 out away from getting us to that World Series. And Dave. You look terrible, Dave. I'm so sorry for what they did to you. That alone should be a 1-star just on Dave Roberts' graphics. What the heck? Oh, but here we go. Hype me up, dude. 1 out away. And here he comes. Slam the door, Cade. It's time. Let's go. Versus Rob Ref Snyder. Now it makes sense why we took the lefty out. 1 strike away from the World Series. Cade Smith shuts the door. The Cubs go bye-bye, and we are on to the World Series. And who we taking on? The Houston Astros. Before we go in, the Astros have a fantastic team. Correa, Yordan Alvarez, Brandon Lau, Spencer Torkelson, Joe Adell. They have, from top to bottom, besides maybe even Jake's doing good, they have a fantastic squad. We are easily the underdogs in this World Series. The only thing that we might have a slight advantage in, and we do, thank goodness, is our pitching staff. It's now or never. I'm not giving up my yearly tradition. We have to take this World Series. I've had this tradition of going in and winning the World Series with our first franchise for over 13 years. That's longer than I've been doing YouTube, and that's even longer than half of my life. So getting this World Series win really matters to me. And in game 1, our boys did not mess around, taking that game 5-2. Game 2, not gonna lie, got a little bit more dicey, but we still took that 6-5. Luckily, when you got Cade Smith to slam the door and Nick Lodolo to go crazy with over 10 strikeouts, you're gonna be okay. Now, after going up 2-0, that brought us back to game 3 in St. Louis, which was so incredibly important to us. But unfortunately, our pitching let up 7 runs, where it was 7-4 in the bottom of the 9th. The boys are fighting. Now, please, Addison, that was a hanger, man. And in yet another must-win game, we flipped it to Logan Webb, and he did exactly what he does. The boys were behind him all the way. 117-pitch complete game. A massive W, and we are 1 win away from that World Series title. 9 innings, 3 earned runs. I don't even care. 14 Ks. And with the World Series win on the line, there were a lot of options that we had, but I had to flip it to the dude that's been here the entire time. Matthew Liberatore, it's that time to shine, baby. And Matthew Liberatore delivered so heavy, giving us everything we needed. Still gave up 3 runs, but the boys had his back. I mean, the game's still not over, and this Astros team is so insanely good, but we're in a very good spot for the bottom of the 9th. Let's see what the big lefty can do for us. Come on, Justin. Just 3 more outs until we successfully rebuild the Cardinals. We get Mike Trout his first World Series ring. And best of all for me, my yearly tradition is still intact. And franchise does get a lot of hate. Some of it very well deserved, like we went through in the reviews. Trade logic, regression, those are things that can drive you nuts. But my advice is even if something's not perfect, it can still give you some magical moments. Like our boys getting that World Series W. Now, did MLB The Show say franchise? No. Trade logic still needs help. Regression still isn't perfect. There's a lot of things that aren't perfect. But these moments right here are the reason why I love franchise so much. And I think you guys should try it if you haven't. The Cardinals take the W, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like on the video, subscribe down below, and be sure to check out this video because I know you're going to like it. Go ahead and click on it. I'll see you guys there. Thank you so much.